Om Shanti. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of July 2023. On this Wednesday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada. Bap Dada, Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, this is the Almighty Government. Dharamraj is with the Father. Therefore, tell the Father about the sins you have committed, and half will be forgiven. Let's hear the wonderful essence on this Wednesday morning. Baba says, sweet children, this is the Almighty Government. Dharamraj is with the Father. Therefore, tell the Father about the sins you have committed, and half will be forgiven. Today's question is, on what basis are the masters of the kingdom and the wealthy subjects created? In answer, Baba says, in order to become a master of the kingdom, you have to pay full attention to this study. A status is attained on the basis of how you study. Those who are to become wealthy subjects will take knowledge, sow seeds, that is, become cooperative, and also remain pure. But they will not pay full attention to studying. You can pay attention to this study when you first have the firm faith that God Himself has come to teach you. If there isn't this faith, then even while you are sitting here, it is as though you are dull. If you have faith, you have to study regularly and imbibe this knowledge. Today's song is, Show the Path to the Blind, Dear God. Om Shanti. The Iron Age is called the City of Darkness because all souls have become dull. It isn't that their eyes are blind. In the city of darkness, all the children of blind parents are blind, without the eye of knowledge. They have become Tamo Pradhan. The father of all of us souls is the Supreme Soul. When all of us souls reside there, in the Supreme Abode, we are ignited lights. At first, we were Sato Pradhan, real gold. Satyug is called the Golden Age. In Hindi, it is called Paraspuri, or the land of divinity. Satyug is called the Golden Age. Baba says in Hindi it is called Paraspuri, or land of divinity. It is now the Iron Age, which is Tamo Pradhan. Everyone has a stone intellect. In the Golden Age, there is light in every home. In the Iron Age, there is darkness in every home. The deity religion has disappeared. All have become corrupt in their religion and their actions. They cannot call themselves deities because they are vicious. Baba has given the example of a person called Savarkar. He was told that the deity religion was the original and eternal religion. He was asked, why do you say the original eternal Hindu Mahasabha? He replied, Dadaji, we cannot call ourselves deities because we are impure. Therefore, the deity religion is now being established because this is a missionary. Just as when Christ came, there were no Christians. So, at this time too, the deity religion doesn't exist. The Brahmin religion has now been established. Baba says, you Brahmins will then become deities. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, says, I am the one who establishes the deity religion. I am the Parlokik Father of you souls, and I sent all of you here. Just as that is a Christian mission, so this is the mission of the deity religion. The Parlokik Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul Himself says, children, everything you have been hearing has been lies. What is Baba saying? The Supreme Soul Himself says, children, everything you have been hearing has been lies. Although it is all going to happen again according to the drama, I come every cycle to explain to you and to liberate you from the bondage of this Maya, and I inspire the deity religion to be established through Brahma. Then, from the Copper Age onwards, many other religions are established. The deity religion doesn't exist at that time. It is the kingdom of Ravan. The Gita is the most elevated scripture of Bharat because it was spoken by God. All other scriptures are spoken by human beings. Sri Krishna received this reward in the Golden Age. Baba says, I have now come to establish the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. None of the others who relate the Gita can say this. What cannot others say? I have come to establish the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. Baba says this. None of the others who relate the Gita can say this. God alone says, O children, people of Bharat, I have come to establish the deity religion through Brahma. First of all, Brahmins are needed through Brahma. Deities receive the reward. They don't benefit anyone. They themselves are royal people. So who are deities? Deities receive the reward. They don't benefit anyone. They themselves are royal people. There is a lot of wealth there. Maya doesn't exist there, and that is why it is called heaven. Bharat is now hell. None of the others who relate the Gita can say that lust is the greatest enemy and that by conquering it you will become the masters of heaven. You might travel throughout the whole of Bharat, but no one would be able to say this because they are vicious themselves. So Baba says you might travel throughout the whole of Bharat, but no one would be able to say this, that by conquering lust you can become the masters of heaven because they are vicious themselves. The poor helpless people don't even know that this is everyone's final birth. Baba first tells you that it is the body of this one's final birth of many births. I enter, that is, it is now the end of the whole world. You take the responsibility of purity in this one birth. This is not a lie. You can also see the great war ahead. Baba says small rehearsals will continue to take place. Some children have had visions of establishment and destruction. This proves that this is the final birth. None of the others who relate the Gita would say that you have to take the responsibility of becoming pure because this is the final birth. Yours is Raj Yoga. We have to remember that ours is Raj Yoga. You are doing tapasya in order to claim a kingdom. Baba says you now have to earn this true income. In this final birth, you are becoming lords of divinity from being lords of stone. We are becoming lords of divinity from being lords of stone. You claim a very high status. I have come and awoken my old children who have been burnt by Maya. This one was beautiful. Now all souls are ugly and tamopradhan. It is souls that become ugly and beautiful. It is clearly a lie to say that souls are immune to the effect of actions. So Baba says it is souls that become ugly and beautiful, and it is clearly a lie to say that souls are immune to the effect of actions. Baba says souls carry their sanskars. Baba says you children are now following God's directions. Europeans say that there was the kingdom of gods and goddesses in Bharat. People speak of God Rama and goddess Sita, but they cannot be called God. That is deityism. There is no God there. God is only one, and there are three subtle deities. All the rest is the human world. Christ came and established the Christian religion. Christians didn't exist before that. In the same way, the deity religion has now disappeared. The most elevated religion is that of the deities. Baba says, first of all, I establish this spiritual Brahmin religion. You spiritual Brahmins show the way to the supreme abode. It is said that devotees find God while sitting at home. So, Baba says, those who were deities would definitely become the first number devotees. Lakshmi and Narayan are the ones who started the path of devotion. They first built the Somnath temple. It is explained so clearly. Those who are to become the masters of the kingdom will take this knowledge. Then, those who are to become wealthy subjects will also listen to this knowledge. They will sow seeds too, but they will not study a great deal. So what is Baba explaining very clearly today about the knowledge? Baba says those who are to become the masters of the kingdom will take this knowledge. Then those who are to become wealthy subjects will also listen to this knowledge. They will sow seeds too, but they will not study a great deal. They will remain pure. Baba says, children, this is a study. Only by studying do you receive a status. The status is the highest. First of all, let there be the faith that God, not Sri Krishna, has come to teach you children. However, we will become Sri Krishna through this study. So, God is coming to teach us and not Sri Krishna. Baba says, however, we will become Sri Krishna through this study. All of you will become princess and princesses. Those who don't have full faith sit in this school as though they are dull. If you have faith, you have to study regularly. Otherwise, it is as though you haven't understood anything. You receive this imperishable reward from imperishable Baba. All the rest will be buried in the graveyard. However, until we become ready, only a few will remain. Then they too will finish. You and I saw all of this in the previous cycle. We are now seeing it again. It would now be said that I am once again establishing this religion after 5000 years because those people cannot have the knowledge of Brahmand or of the beginning, the middle and the end of the cycle. Baba alone comes and gives you this knowledge. Brahmand is the place where souls reside like egg. Those sannyasis say that the Brahm element is God. However, Brahm is an element, whereas Shiva is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Those people say Brahmoham Shivoham, meaning I am Brahm, I am Shiva. However, Shiva is the creator of Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. It is said that Bhagirath, that is the lucky chariot, brought the Ganges. That Bhagirath is this human being. Nandigan, the bull, is an animal. They have heard of the cowshed and so they have kept a bull. In the temples too, there are the right pictures of Lakshmi and Narayan and of Ram and Sita. They are the highest on high who experience their reward. Even subjects experience their reward. There are Lakshmi and Narayan the first, the second, the third. There are 8 in the dynasty. Children rule the kingdom. It is the same with Rama and Sita. It is said Jagadamba is Adi Devi and Brahma is Adi Dev. Adam and Eve are both ugly at this time and are to become beautiful. The world doesn't know these things. Kali, Durga, Amba are all names of the same one. Her real name is Saraswati. Therefore, it is the soul that becomes ugly. What is Baba saying? Kali, Durga, Amba are all names of the same one. Her real name is Saraswati. Therefore, it is the soul that becomes ugly. It isn't that someone dirties his or her face. At this time, all souls are ugly. We were all like monkeys. Baba has now made us his army. You are now conquering Ravan. Baba says, I tell you the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures through Brahma. They have portrayed scriptures in the hands of Brahma. There should only be one scripture. So, there is now the most elevated Gita in the hands of Brahma. Baba sits here and tells you the essence of all the Vedas and the Granth etc. through Brahma. This is called the Gita, but there isn't a scripture here. You have the Gita in your intellects. In the Gita, God speaks. Lust is the greatest enemy. Therefore, this has to be told to those who relate the Gita. Conquer this and you will become the masters of heaven. They would never say this. They all continue to tell lies. We too used to tell lies. We also adopted many gurus. Arjun too was told, forget everyone else. I am the one who purifies all those gurus of yours. You now have to forget everything you have studied. I am now telling you things that you have never heard before. You are now becoming like diamonds from shells. All of that is now to end. Baba says, you children have seen destruction and establishment, and this is why you are making effort. Baba has everyone's chart. Some write it and give it to Baba. I was a sinner like this and I did this. Dharamraj Baba says, by telling me about it, half will be forgiven. All of that stays private. So, what is Baba telling us? To keep a chart, and Baba says, some write it and give it to Baba. I was a sinner like this and I did this. Dharamraj Baba says, by telling me about it, half will be forgiven. All of that stays private. Baba would read it and tear it up. This is the almighty government. The tree is very small as yet, and the gardener of this is God Himself. Growth will take place slowly. Maya quickly makes you wilt. They have taken the situation of one time and made it into a story of another time. Lakshmi and Narayan were the most elevated human beings who followed the highest code of conduct. They were extremely pure. Here, all are impure. That was the religion of pure ashram-like households. Here, there is irreligion of impure households. People ask, how would the world then continue? Baba says, this world is not going to remain. It is going to be destroyed. This is your final birth. This is why you should stop using the sword of lust. So what is Baba saying? Baba says this world is not going to remain. It is to be destroyed. This is your final birth. This is why you have to stop using the sword of lust. You have been receiving the inheritance of poison from vicious parents for birth after birth. I now issue this ordinance. Stop giving the inheritance of poison. Otherwise, you won't be able to go to paradise. By conquering the vices, you will go to heaven. Otherwise, to hell. If the kingdom of Rama were in the sky, the kingdom of Ravan would be down in the depths of hell. This is a drama. At this time, those of the deity religion have been converted to other religions. They don't know their original religion. Once they experience a little happiness in another religion, they soon become converted. Here too, those who come into the Brahmin caste but whose efforts are weak will receive the status of subjects. So what is Baba saying? This is a drama. At this time, those of the deity religion have been converted to other religions. They don't know their original religion. Once they experience a little happiness in another religion, they soon become converted. Here too, those who come into the Brahmin caste but whose efforts are weak will receive the status of subjects. Baba tells you everything very clearly. Rishis and Munis used to say that they are Trikaldarshi. Then they also used to say that the world is an illusion. In that case, how could they be Trikaldarshi? They have told so many lies. When they say so and so went to the land of Nirvana, that too is a lie. They all have to play their parts and remain present here. Baba is everyone's guide. Baba doesn't tell anyone to renounce devotion. Until they reach a mature stage, let them continue to perform devotion. Remember, I, Brahma, am not anyone's guru. Just as you are listening to Shiv Baba, I too am listening to Shiv Baba. That one incorporeal one is the guru of all of us. Baba says that one incorporeal one is the guru of us all. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for dharana has 2 points. The first point, make a promise for purity in this last birth and take responsibility for that. Endeavor to make your soul beautiful and satopradhan from ugly. Second point, in order to create your imperishable reward, your intellect must have faith and study regularly. Remove from your intellect everything you have studied so far. Today's blessing, may your intellect have faith and you will transform hopelessness into hope with the zeal and enthusiasm of victory. Let's hear the blessing again. Baba says, may your intellect have faith and you will transform hopelessness into hope with the zeal and enthusiasm of victory. Baba explains, if you have unbroken faith, you are always victorious. Constantly have zeal and enthusiasm of your victory and do not have any sanskars of hopelessness. Experience any difficult task to be easy as though it is not a big deal. You have accomplished that task countless times before. You are not doing anything new. So, let there not be any name or trace of hopelessness. Do not have any thought in your nature or sanskars as to whether you will change or not. You are constantly victorious. Finally, the slogan for today: in order to become powerful, remain constantly aware of and remember your treasures. Slogan once again: in order to become powerful, remain constantly aware of and remember your treasures. Acha, Om Shanti.